NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. You'll see Team World and USA. It'll be Team World off the tip. And now the opening lineup for Team World. Hachimura out there with Barrett. Then there's Shane Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Doncic in at the 1.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor. And, you know, this team has had a lot of different looks to it over the years. I mean, it began as the Rookie Challenge back in '94, and since then we've seen the format change a number of times.
Now, here's Barrett. Shot from 12. And the rejection by Jackson.
R.J. Barrett, 2 points.
Now, USA with it. Bridges outside. Morant outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shoots over Doncic. And it's Morant missing. Well, Greg, you mentioned the various format changes to this game, but the one thing that never changes, as we've talked about, is the entertainment value. It's always the greatest young players in the NBA putting on a whale of a performance.
Absolutely. Whether it's Team World versus Team USA, the draft format, rookies versus sophomores, whatever.
Right.
Never fails to give the fans their money's worth.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for USA. Now here is Hachimura. Pass to Barrett.
And I'm not sure if anyone will make some history here tonight, but the Rising Stars Challenge has seen its share of miraculous performances in the past. I'll always remember David Lee going a perfect 14 of 14 from the floor in that 2007 game.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's finishes like that which have helped him build this lead here in the first half.
It's stolen. To the paint. Here's Clark. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now, here is Young. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Morant. Shoots over Doncic. Offensive rebound. Here's Williamson. No good, unable to end this run. Team World leading by 8. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And USA with some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Williamson. Devontae Graham comes in for Morant, and it's Colin Sexton in for Young. Team World also making some changes. Mo Wagner's checked in for Brandon Clark. Okogie comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Doncic. And the shot goes down.
And although Sexton is slightly undersized, he plays with great physicality and aggression. Nice finish there off contact.
And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul.
Kendrick Nunn.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Alexander Walker. He made it! He caught it!
Alexander Walker.
Ringing the bell.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
Talk about lifting up the team and energizing.
We resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
Jackson is out there with Washington. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Sexton in at the point. And for Team World, they've got Barrett. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Wagner. And it's Okogie in at the 4 shot.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the inside, here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
Yeah, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
You brought up the big stage, these young guys around tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
Sexton. Jackson kicks to none. Over Barrett. That one a little long.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
None can't get it to fall.
And, guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
Here's Sexton. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Right block shot. Wagner trying to get open. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the nice bucket inside.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Graham, the pass to Sexton. Barrett against none. Outside Jackson. The 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Knocked away. Stolen by Jackson. That one's in there. The Team World lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Washington.
Boy, lock into that focus from Washington there. Love the body control, too. Excellent.
And so it's Team World bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Team World.
Fun these young guys are having out there tonight.
That's exactly right. And the same goes for the fans. I mean, they're having a blast, too. What a terrific event this has been.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Miles Bridges is out there with Zion Williamson. And there's Jackson. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Morant in at the shooting guard position. And for Team World, Luka Doncic's out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Clark in at the foul spot.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself. A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Kept alive, Clark. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal
That's
foul.
on Jaren Jackson.
Team foul.
Tough task trying to
At the
corral
line for
Clark
Team
there,
World.
especially
Brandon Clark.
when he's looking to score.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Oh, that's inexcusable defense. Once Williamson buries himself inside, you know he's looking for the throwdown.
Doncic finds Clark. And the rejection by Jackson. It's stolen by Hachimura. And the fast break now for Team World. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pick off in midair. And the pass to Barrett from downtown. It's hauled in by USA. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Jackson. Back to Bridges. Clock at 4. Here's Williamson. It's good. Williamson's got 4 points now in the quarter. And now the first timeout called here for Team
World calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And USA with some changes. Washington comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Colin Sexton in for Trae Young. And that one's good by Clark.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the 3 off target. Lets it fly. Outside for Sexton. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Sexton, no good. Here's Barrett. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Team World leads by...
Team World.
Running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play, and they are putting on a show.
They've got P.J. Washington. Morant is out there with Trae Young. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Sexton in at the small forward. And another great look at the 2K drive.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Team World. And slam dunk by Clark.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Young inside. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Young's shot is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Washington passes to Sexton. Washington against Doncic. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Hachimura. That one's in there. The Team World lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Jackson. Pass to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Young, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Morant. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Defensive foul.
True leader. You can tell Morant takes
Personal foul.
in stepping up
Team foul.
when it matters most.
Zion Williamson's checked in for Sexton.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time.
Trae Young.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
The USA calls time here. They're down by 4. 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Brandon Clark.
You know, honestly, I'm a bit in shock. I mean, he couldn't miss. Let's look at this stat line. You got to really see it to believe it. Complete confidence and all-out effort from him. And, you know, he made sure this was his night in spades.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Barrett. Money!
Late in the game, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
The USA calls time here. They're trailing by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound violation. Team World ball.
And that's an intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Personal foul.
It's not over.
Second team foul.
Is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
On its way from Young for 2. Offensive rebound. Here's Jackson. Good!
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
For Team World, Luka Doncic taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Young from outside. So we see Team World get the win here.
That's
What a
the end of the
terrific
game.
game. I tell you what, these young players are going
Thank
to
you
give
for
us
coming out and
years
supporting
of
your team.
excitement
Please
to come.
take care to
The
get home
future of the
safely, and we'll
NBA is
see you at the
looking
next
very
event.
bright with these guys, Kevin.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.